Today's date is August 31st, 2023. My name is Jacob Steckel. I'm the archival specialist here at Warren County. I am here with
Tori Otten, assistant archivist.
Thank you for coming, and we are here for the Oral History Project. And our guest today is
Richard Johnson.
Thank you for coming. Alrighty, tell us about your early life. Like, where did you grow up and where did you went to school?
I grew up in a little town called Clarksville.
Okay.
And I went to school at Clinton Massey High School out in the country. It's just a small school, and I went there all 12 years. So.
All right. Did you go into vocational school?
No, I did not go to vocational school. No. So.
Fair enough. I figured I might as well ask. What jobs did you have prior to working for Warren County?
For what jobs did I have?
Prior to Warren County, yeah.
Prior to Warren County, I worked for a company called Cincinnati Milcron. They're a machine company. I started on the paint line. Then I moved up and was an electrician. I wired machines.
All right.
And when the recession come through, I lost my job. So I had 23 years in with them. So then I drove for FedEx for a year, and I decided, well, I got to get somewhere where I got some insurance and stuff. So I got hired with the county. So I started out as an electrician with the county, not helping the electrician.
Mm-hmm.
And then next thing you know, I'm out there messing with mulch, and so I've been mulching and mowing since then. And then they promoted me to the foreman job. So.
All right.
Well, then in that case, what year did you start for Warren County? Oh, I know, I'm asking hard questions.
2003, September 2nd, I think, 2003.
Oh, happy almost anniversary then.
Yeah, I got 20 years in, yes.
Wow. 2003. So you said that you worked as an electrician assistant and doing mulch. Were there any other areas?
Right, yeah, yes, I work with Randy Bevins, yeah. So,
Randy Bevins, good man.
And then I've done the mulching and stuff. Then I help the heating and air conditioning people with changing filters, belts, or whatever they needed done. And do painting inside, whatever we do. When we don't have work outside, we work inside. We'll paint in the summer, winter time and everything like that. Move furniture, take care of gov deal stuff.
Well,
whatever they want us to do.
In that case, what weather keeps you inside? What temperature?
What temperature?
Yeah.
Usually when it gets down around 20 or so.
Oh, brave man.
So we try to stay out as long as we can. Yeah.
Well, since you've been here since 2003, where all has facilities management been located? Always here at Justice Drive?
Then Justice Drive, at the time when I started, my big supervisors was down in the HHS building.
Okay.
I used to clock in and out over there. Now I clock out in the facility building.
Yeah.
All right. And what were some of your daily tasks and duties as a foreman and throughout your tenure in Warren County?
Sign things for the guys to do. I've got 3 full-time guys that work for us. And sometime in the summertime, we get anywhere from 2 to 4 people to work summer help. But that's been kind of put on hold because it's hard to get people to come in and work anymore. And I just sign jobs. We'll go out and mow, edge sidewalks, cut trees, trim limbs, cut bushes back, go to the tower sites, take care of them, mowing them, make sure there's no weeds in the tower sites, and there's about 6 or 7 of them we go to at least once a week or once every 2 weeks and check them out. And we go across town to the old administration building, take care of it. Dave Drive down and to the county garage out there, we take care of that out there. And across the street where the old Mary Haven was, we take care of that.
All right. You mulch and everything too?
Yes.
All right. How much does it have it? Well, you mentioned a little bit of how your positions changed over time, but for Warren County, how much has it changed as for the grounds?
The grounds? It's basically stayed the same. Maybe a few more flower beds and a few more mulch and flowers and stuff like that. And other than that, it's about the same, you know.
About the same. Well, it sounds like your position's changed a little bit too, because you started having people underneath you and telling them to do what have you.
Yes.
Was there anything else more than that, like your exact position?
No, I can't think of anything right now. No.
Fair. So. Hey, you never know. What's something that people don't know about your position or role? Different things that people make you go do, what have you?
I think everybody pretty well knows that we'll do whatever they want us to do around the county. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I mean, if they call me and want me to do clean the toilets, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of the job.
Yeah, I know exactly.
But mostly we work outside and do that stuff, and plow the driveways and the parking lots, and the sidewalks. Try to keep them off in the winter time. I'll get up in the middle of I wake up in the middle of the night. If I know it's going to snow, I'll wake up. It seems like at 2 o'clock or whatever. Check outside to see if it snows, to see if I got to come in early or whatever. I take my job serious. I do.
Hey, there we go.
And I think that's why they got a lot of trust in me, because they know I'll do it. I mean, my boss don't have to call me and say, "Hey, get in there." I'm in there. And if I think we need to go, sometimes Trevor and I'll talk during the evenings and say, we're going to start at 6 o'clock in the morning. If I get up and I think it's worse than that, I'll call the guys on the way to work and say, let's go on in. I'll be here at 5 o'clock.
Man.
So, got to keep the people happy.
And you've done a great job.
So.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the people, how often do you interact with just the general public? You know, people from Lebanon or people coming in from the administrative building or what have you?
People stop and ask me directions all the time because we work outside. Well, the biggest question we'll get is, we'll have an inmate with us or something like that, and they'll say, "You know where the jail is?" Well, sure, we know where the jail is. We got an inmate with us. But I've got people that I talk to John Deere out there all the time, Creeches, and people stop me and ask me directions how to get it into the HHS building, or where to park at. So, or where do we put the paint at? Storage. Yes. So back in,
That'll happen a lot. I see the shed out there.
Yeah. So.
Well, in that regard, with strange things like the paint and this and that, what kind of strange or interesting requests have you received as the foreman?
As a foreman?
Yeah. I know that we've had you do some random moving and shifting things for us, so what kind of weird requests have you received?
I don't have, not weird, but it seems like we'll move furniture from one floor to this week, then next week we'll move it back up to the down floor, you know what I'm saying? And it's just strange why we get, or they think we ought to come now, but they don't realize we've got work to do outside too. So I've got a pretty good setup now where we'll come and move that furniture when it rains outside, or we get time in the morning, we'll move it first thing in the morning, but I won't jump to it right away. So.
Yeah. Makes sense. You've already spoken a bit about Trevor and about Randy, but are there any coworkers, managers, other people who have made a big impact on you here at Warren County?
At one time, Kenny Beck he was a heating and air conditioning guy. And he showed me a lot of stuff. Him and Ed Walker. Ed used to work in heating and air conditioning. And they made a big impact on me too, because they'd ask me to come in and help them because they knew I'm not afraid to work. So.
What are some of your most memorable projects at Warren County?
I'd say the couple of them is working on the 9/11 memorial, getting it set up where the trees are in the background and stuff like that. We got the dirt brung in, then we put the bushes and stuff in. Same way with the Dooley monument. We worked on that, got that. So. Yeah. And then planting the trees and stuff around the new prosecutor's buildings. That's some of the biggest in the courtyard and stuff like that. So,
And are you the individuals who set up for the Officers Memorial every year?
yes, we set
Yeah.
up for them at 9/11.
Okay.
We're getting ready to start on that again for this year.
So what are some of your biggest challenges working for facilities?
I don't really have too many challenges. I just try to keep people busy and try to keep them happy, you know, and try to keep other people happy. Try to do whatever. If people call me and want something done, I try to get it done.
Fair enough.
So you've worked here for 20 years. What is something that Warren County has taught you that you weren't anticipating?
What have they taught me?
Yeah. Is there anything you learned at Warren County that was just entirely unexpected? You could say nothing.
Nothing really. I mean,
I was
you
going to
know,
say, you came in with a good amount of work experience beforehand.
Right. Yes,
so.
yes.
Yeah.
So,
What are some of the highlights of your time with the county?
some of my highlights.
Yeah.
I guess the funny thing was one day I'm working up here in the admin building, and they needed somebody to interview, and at Channel 9, one of the channel news has had me down shoveling the sidewalk, and he kept on asking me questions, and I thought to myself, is he ever going to quit asking questions? Because I was getting wore out. And I tried to get one of the guys that worked for me to do it, and they wouldn't do it. So then now they got a copy of it over there, and they keep on playing it on the computer, you know.
Oh, I'm going to have to get a copy of that.
Jeremy's got a copy of it.
Beautiful. I will ask him.
Because I always make this comment about they treat you good, they take care of you, great place to work. So they will never let me forget about them 3 sentences.
Oh, man.
So.
What was the county like when you started versus now, would you say?
It was more laid back then, but now it's more, you know, it seems like hustle and bustle now, you know. When I first started, it was kind of laid back. But I think a lot of that's due to the management, you know what I mean? So, you know, what I like about now is I can look back and say, when I first started here, some of the buildings need a lot of work, and a lot of the buildings now have been brought up to update, and you know, that kind of impresses me a lot because they've really got onto them and got the buildings back in shape. I can remember when it rains, we hated to see it rain because they had roof leaks like you wouldn't believe, and now we're lucky to have that many. I mean, unless it's really, the other day we had to pour down, we had a couple, but other than that, nothing like it used to be.
Well, that's a relief to hear, especially for us down here.
Yeah.
Yes. Us in the basement feel much safer with you here.
Did anything significant happen within the county government during your time as employee?
Only the COVID. I can remember them coming to us and said, you guys got to go around twice a day, wipe the door handles off, wipe the counters off, and stuff like that.
That was your guys' work to run around and sanitize everything?
The guys that work with me, we went around and did that. Then they let us off everybody off for like 6 weeks.
6 weeks, yeah.
6 weeks. Well, the next thing you know, they're calling me at home, says, got to get the guys in, got to get the grass mowed. Once you get that done, head back out. So that's what we did, you know.
Man, what did you guys do in that time? Your work is so hands-on. What did you guys do in this 6-week period of just
at home, or I got horses, so I had plenty of work. So.
Oh yeah, you
There you
got
go.
plenty of work.
So what will you miss the most about working for the county?
The people in general, because I've made a lot of friends here. I might not know their name, but they know me. So, and I try to keep everybody happy. I mean, all of us do, but it seems like I've interlocked with a lot of people around here because doing painting in everybody's rooms, moving furniture, taking care of the gov deals and stuff like that. So it's not just me, but it's been the guys that's working with me too. But I've got to know a lot of people, so I'll miss that.
Well, then one last question for you. What advice do you have to give to current and future Warren County employees?
Just my advice is just keep on working and enjoy your job.
Keep on working.
I like
Okay.
that. Do you feel comfortable taking some of the stories or asking about some of the stories from the facilities guys?
Do I feel comfortable?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a couple of the
I'll
lines.
tell you what, I'll answer what I want to.
All right, fair enough. One guy mentioned a man by the name of Mike Seiden leaving a voicemail on your phone. Something about he never seen you that angry.
Had never seen me angry?
First time he heard you cuss, I think, is what he said. The only time, I think.
I don't remember that. So
Well, you made an impression on someone that day.
It's funny how things turned out like that. One guy mentioned something about giving peanuts to women in common pleas.
oh, I was eating peanuts one day or something like that, and them guys said I said it funny, so they was making fun of me about eating peanuts.
Of course they were. And just telling you to give peanuts to women over in common pleas. Is that what that was? Oh, Lord. And the last one is something about a snow sculpture in January.
Oh yes. Somebody drew a snow sculpture down in the snow down on the light trail, and I went down there and I said, "What?" I said, "I don't see nothing." They said, "Drive a little further." Sure enough, there was a. So I said, "You got to be kidding me!" So I took the Kubota and knocked it over, and you heard about it too. So
A little bit.
It was very detailed. It was a very detailed sculpture.
yes, it was detailed, all right.
Yep.
Oh, Lord. Well, that was the three that they gave me.
On that note, do you have anything else you'd like to tell us?
Huh?
Do you have anything else you'd like to tell us about your time here?
No, I've enjoyed my job, and I'll miss it too. But I want to spend some time with my wife. So
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming down here. I mean, we
I
really
appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So.
Hey, that's what we like to hear.
Don't you worry. So on that note, we will end the interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.